Hey guys, what's going on? It's Nefarious Wes here, and I went ahead and did another no-death run. This time, Silver Surfer on the NES. I just got this game not too long ago, and I beat it after a couple of weeks, and I died so much on this game that I started to pretty much memorize the whole thing, and I was like, you know what? I bet you I can no-death run this game. So, let's give it a shot. So here it is. So, as probably a lot of you know, the AVGN gave this game a bad rap, saying it's bad, and basically, I don't know, that's where I heard that the game was really difficult. So, I'm not saying it isn't difficult, but it's definitely beatable once you learn the game. So, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I do with this game, share some tips. Now, those fish, I mean, you just learn that those fish are going to come from behind. So, you know, the majority of this game is memorization. You got to know where to position yourself. You got to know where the enemies are coming from, and you'll be able to pull this off in no time. I also recommend using a turbo controller because this is one of those games where you have to be consistently firing to basically kill enemies as soon as they appear on screen, otherwise you're in trouble. And, you know, for a 30-year-old game, it's just so archaic that they didn't have rapid fire, which is basically the standard for a shooter these days, and pretty much since the 1990s. So I say use a turbo controller. This game is not worth breaking your freaking forearm by pressing the buttons as fast as you can. So really, it's just all about memorization here. Now, this stage, stage 1, all the enemies come out at the exact same spots. So once you know exactly what's coming, it shouldn't take you very long to get through it at all. And you do have to watch out for stuff. It's hard to tell what you can run into. Because if you just graze something, you'll die. Some things look like you can fly right through it, and then you're like, what the hell killed me? So you gotta watch out for stuff like that. The tip is, if your bullets don't go through it, it'll kill you. So just keep that in mind. So I position myself right here because there's this lizard boss enemy right there. So as soon as you start firing on him, you'll kill him, and you'll avoid getting shot yourself. So that's the first stage, stage 1. Now the second part of stage 1, or world 1, sector 2 of Reptile Stage. So now we have an overhead stage, and I like that about this game, how it switches things up. So one of my tips for these overhead stages is basically you're a lot safer if you stay to one side of the screen. A lot of the enemy's bullets won't even reach you. They just fire like straight ahead or at an angle to where the bullets aren't going to reach you if you stick to a side of the screen. I like to stick to the left side. You'll see that as the game progresses that I stick to the left side on these stages, and it works for me. Now a lot of this stage here is knowing exactly where the enemies, where these gun turrets are. So I position myself so as soon as they appear on screen, I'm blasting them. Now like these two purple ones right here, you shoot them, then you move over to the right to take care of this green gun turret, then a little to the left right here to take up the next one, and I immediately move to the left side and take care of stuff on the left while I kind of move around and you kind of, I don't know, I kind of move around to the middle to take care of some of the stuff, some of the stragglers. But for the most part, I stick to the left side. And then these things are pretty easy. You just fire on them as soon as they appear on screen. Half of this game is doing exactly that. Already shooting bullets so that as soon as the enemies appear on screen, they're dead. And then you got this like turtle boss who is a piece of cake. No problem there. And that's the end of Sector 2, Stage 1. Now usually Sector 3 or Section 3 of the stages on this game are pretty short. So this one I stick to the top to take care of the pterodactyls, and I avoid the fish at the bottom. This game, a lot of this game has like alternate paths that you can take, really. You can go to one half of the screen or the other. So I like to stick at the top. When those two fish go to the left, I know some pterodactyls are coming in from the left, so I move out of the way. That's the cue to get out of the way there. And then before you know it, you're fighting this dinosaur who's nothing. And there you go. So that's stage 1. Not too bad. Easiest stage in the game for sure. Now this stage, Firelord Stage, Section 2 is one of the worst. It's like probably my least favorite stage. So here you gotta avoid the walls. As you can see, the bullets don't go through them, so that means if you touch it, you will die. So avoid the edges. You don't have to take out all the hands. I mean, like that one, you can just fly by it, no big deal. But I like to get up, kind of close to the top of the screen to take care of any enemies as soon as they appear on screen. I'm blasting them. See, and you can tell I already know like what's coming as I position myself. Like I said, it's all about memorization, this game. Yeah, this stage is pretty easy. With a full arsenal of power-ups. Not so easy if you die and you're weak. So, and these hands, they're pretty much optional. I just blast them for killing them all. You don't have to. Got a 1-up there. Alright, so that was no problem. This next part, Section 2, is probably my least favorite stage in the game. It's got some random stuff that can kill you. There's a lot of random stuff that happens in this stage, so it can be a pain. And obviously, you just gotta be quick. Those patterns are easy to figure out from those geysers there. These flames are coming down. That's just something you gotta memorize. After you die a bunch of times, that'll be second nature. These pumpkin heads coming out, that's completely random. So sometimes one will pop up and get you, and yeah, you'll be cursing those pumpkin heads, guaranteed. Damn jack-o'-lanterns. So I like to go to the bottom here. That's just the path I've always taken, and it works for me. You gotta watch out for the dripping flames, but you can see them up in the ceiling if you look up there. Then you move to the right, all this stuff comes down to the left. You just learn that after trial and error, after you play this stage 50 times. And you just gotta be quick here to, go in between the fire drips there. So there's another random part. These jack-o'-lanterns will randomly pop out of there sometimes. If you've killed 2 of them, though, then you're pretty much safe to go. I use a bomb there because every now and then one of those flames will catch me. I stick to the bottom here, and after that pumpkin head, I move up to the top. Time this right to go through the geysers. Then I move to the top here because there's a pterodactyl flying in. See, I took care of them. Alright, so the pumpkin heads can be random here too. So I like to hang back, and once I see a pumpkin head pop up, then I know it's safe to move. But one hasn't popped up yet. Here, there it is right there. And then I know I can move forward. And you just learn this after you play this game a bunch of times, and you get pissed off because those damn pumpkin heads kill you. And then I just stick to the top after that last green dripping whatever the hell it is. Get like 3 formations of these pumpkin heads, I want to say. There's 2, here's the 3rd, and then here's the end of the stage. Now sometimes I use a bomb here because this shit can get pretty hectic. Luckily I didn't have to use one there, but sometimes I'll die there. Those pumpkin heads are erratic. So that's one of the worst stages in the game, if you ask me. This next part is really easy. I mean, pretty self-explanatory. Just shoot all the flames, hang back. The screen will stop here for a second, and then you just have to shoot all these, I don't know, phoenixes or whatever coming out of the flames. Once all the flames are extinguished, the screen will start moving again. Now here I position my bullets to barely graze that top level right there. It reaches the, I guess that's the Firelord or whatever the hell his name is. And then you just have to fight off these phoenix birds, and that's it. No biggie there. Alright, now for stage 3. Brett the Hitman Hart stage. The Possessor. This stage can be a little tricky, but again, once you memorize it, it should be good. You just know where to position yourself. Now there's some guns coming up here, little turrets. You take care of those. There's a little guy there on the ceiling, so as soon as you get a good opening, you can go up there and take care of them. And then I just hang at the top of the ceiling there and just kill anything that comes my way. You'll be safe up there if you keep shooting. And then I position my gun to take out those green cannons, whatever the hell those are. Got more turrets. And then I just like to stay kind of towards the top. Change the position of my option there. So staying like to the middle top there is good for taking those guys out. Position the option again to take out these cannons on the bottom. Then I position to shoot right over the statue's head. The statue will block you from those guys' bullets, and then you shoot them as they come by. Guns, you just go up, stay to the top of the screen. I mean, you learn all of that from memorization. And then you get to the end here. You just got to kill that green face there in the middle while you dodge everything else. Not too hard. And that's that stage. No biggie. Alright, so this next level isn't too bad if you know exactly where to position yourself. So I move to the left slightly and then to the right. Take out those 2 waves of the green baddies. Then I move all the way to the left side of the screen. And if you stay here while you keep shooting, you'll be fine. See, and those enemies in the middle, those cockroach things, they just shoot forward. So you can stay to the side of them and you'll be safe. They won't shoot you. Then I move to the middle to get this eyeball here. Some more eyeballs will fly in from the left and then from the right. There they are. Then we got guys crawling. There's no problem. I fly through this tiny little opening here and just keep going straight. And then I move to the left, but there's a couple eyeballs. There they are. And move to the left. Alright, and there's going to be some eyeballs that fly in from the right. You take those out and then immediately start moving to the right. Otherwise, the wall will kill you. Shoot these eyeballs, move immediately to the left. Then I move to the center of the screen to take out these eyeballs. There's some stationary eyeballs coming up. I kind of wave around so my bullets take care of them as soon as they appear on the screen. Now, when I first was playing this game, I thought you couldn't run into the guardrails. So I made this a lot harder on myself. That was before I figured out the bullets go through whatever. You can fly through it. So it won't kill you, so that part's not so bad. Here I stay to the back because you're going to have these enemies flying real fast at you. The more real estate you have, the better chances that you'll kill them early. Then I fly up through before the little gray things close in on you. And that's that stage. So that one's not so bad. That one's mainly memorization. And yeah, memorization so that you're positioning yourself in the best possible spot for success. This stage is really short, as are most of the Section 3 stages. I just stick to the top, basically, and just destroy everything as it comes on screen. Just kind of hang back. And then after you fly over this statue, you get down into the middle to shoot the boss, who is a pushover. When you destroy that guy, one last dude flies at you, but yeah, as long as you keep shooting, you take care of him, and there's that stage. Not too bad. Alright, now we got the Savage Dragon stage, or Emperor. This level isn't too bad either. So you got another overhead. I like to go to the left just slightly to take out these missiles. And then slightly to the right. Those turrets on the left and right, they will not shoot you if you stay in the middle. Take out that turret. I watch out for the missiles. And I know there's turrets coming here. Then I immediately move to the left. This little tank will come by, but like a lot of the enemies, they just shoot straight. So if you stay to the side, you'll be fine. Then I hang to the left side of the wall because you're destroying stuff on the left. After 2 missiles fire, I go forward, and then I immediately move to the right to take out those turrets in the middle because God knows how many times those shot me down. And then I start hanging to the left again, and I like to be like at least halfway up the screen because the bullets that come diagonally from the turrets won't get you if you're at least halfway up the screen. See? 2 missiles, I move forward. After I destroy 2 of them, move forward. And then you got these moving guns here in the middle. There's 3 of them. And then we're going to get to the boss. So I like to hang to the bottom and let one of my side bullets take care of them like that. And move back to the center of the screen so the wall doesn't kill you. Alright, so now we have Section 2 of Emperor's Stage. Got another side scroller. This one is really not too bad. So I like to stay to the top at this part, at the very beginning of the stage. And then I use the bottom option to my advantage a lot because bullets can you won't die. That is not part of Silver Surfer, so you won't die if it touches anything. So you can use that to your advantage to slightly drop down. I stay under these turrets, and you just fly right under them unscathed. You're fine. I grab that bomb. If you don't grab it quick enough, it'll disappear, so you want to grab the bomb. Bombs are very important in this game. And then I kind of stick to the middle here. Take those green things out, and then I move to the top as soon as I can. See, it's the safer path of the three. Wait for those green guys to go by, then I move to the bottom, obviously. Ignore that guy in the top. You don't need to kill him. Stick to the middle so I can take out some of the turrets here. Actually, there weren't turrets. It's those yellow guys with the treads. There are the turrets. There they are. Alright, so now I get like halfway in the middle of the screen down towards the bottom. You'll get 2 waves of these yellow guys. But you see, if you stay kind of close to the right edge of the screen, or in this case like in the middle, you'll take those guys out. There's a 1-up, but this is a no-death run, so I'm not even bothering to get it. And as soon as I see a platform on the right, I'm going to move over there, because this guy's going to come out, and the sooner you take him out, the easier it's going to be to live, because those yellow guys fly in those crazy patterns, and it's easy to die if you don't kill them quick enough. But there you go, that's that stage. Now this part's easy as hell. So like I mentioned before, you can use the little option below your surfboard to your advantage, and that's what this part is all about. So I move in close to destroy some of these guns on the top, like that, and see, then I just use the option to position myself just enough to shoot out those turrets where they can't hurt you, and boom, no problem. Now if you die and you don't have any options, good luck. It's a lot tougher. It's doable for sure, but it's a lot tougher. Alright, now we got Mephisto Stage. So this stage is I'd say it's a little bit harder because these ghosts are really fast. They take a lot of hits to kill if your gun is not powered up. And then I kind of hang back to make sure I get the ghosts that come from the open doors. And then when it looks clear, I move forward. And then here I get down to kill these orange guys because, man, they will mess you up if you don't kill them fast. And then these blue flying bat things, whatever the hell they are, have erratic patterns, so you want to kill them as quickly as possible. And then I move to the top, take these guys out as soon as they appear on screen. See, because look, you got some of those bug things at the bottom. You don't want to mess with those. Alright, now I take the bottom path. There's a bomb under here. You want that. There it is. And I kind of hang back because some of these enemies take a lot of hits, and yeah, they're fast. So kind of hang back. Those orange things above there, those 3 orange things, those things kill you if you touch them. So you got to be careful. God knows how many times I died touching those because I thought they were just part of the background. And here I take these guys out, and I don't go to the top of the stairs till that ghost passes. Then I go up. And be careful of those orange things up there, because God knows how many times that ended my run. As soon as it's clear, I move forward, stick in the middle to kill some of these orange baddies. Right there, those guys. There's another one. And a third one. Okay. Now, there's some enemies coming in fast here. Sometimes I use a bomb because it gets crazy. I didn't need to use one this time, but sometimes I use a bomb there if I'm not confident I'm going to make it. Luckily, that ghost at the end isn't too hard to take down. Alright, so we have another overhead stage. This stage has some random stuff in it too. I'll mention it when I get there. So I just stick in the middle here, take out that eyeball, then I move to the right immediately to take out those eyeballs. Then I go down to the middle, down to the bottom of the screen, because there's going to be some eyeballs coming, those guys. And it's easier to kill them if you have a lot more space. Alright, this is random, these hands. So I don't die here. I've died there maybe, I don't know, 3 times ever. But it's frustrating if you die there. You just gotta move when you see an opening. There'll be some more hands later on. And same thing, you just kind of hang back and wait. Hang back here to take out the eyeballs, because the eyeballs are fast. If you're too close, they can get you. So these hands here, what I like to do is I like to wait and see if they throw something. If it doesn't look like they're going to throw anything, then I just move as quickly as I can. I like to stick in the middle here. Take out the eyeballs. Then there's more eyeballs coming, so I get down to the bottom. Give me more room, because these suckers are fast. And boom, that's the end of the level. It's not too bad. Alright, so this boss, I take out those enemies right there. Now, I do not shoot these enemies, because when they explode, they shoot a bunch of bullets, like these ones coming up, you'll see. So if you just let them fly by you, you should be alright. But like, see how these guys throw bullets when you shoot them? Yeah, but that's no big deal right there. But that's why I let that second wave of enemies pass by me without shooting them. And then you gotta watch this part. You can't skip past this story sequence, which always drove me nuts, but it gives you a chance to catch your breath. And this is the final stage, which is, I would definitely say it's the hardest stage, though it doesn't annoy me nearly as much as section 2 of the fire stage, but still. And we got King Diamond, the boss. Even though he looks nothing like the boss, and whatever. So this stage is probably the toughest stage, I think. If you're not completely powered up, these enemies are pretty tough. They take a lot of shots. So I like to move to the top here, kind of hang back, because those green enemies coming from the bottom, it gives you a little more room to see what's going on. Sometimes I use a bomb there, because shit gets hectic. The bombs are very helpful at times. You go to the bottom here. Kind of hang back. Take care of the green monster there. You just gotta watch out so you don't brush up against anything, because you'll die. Now here, after the green wave of enemies here, I move down to the very bottom. Because, man, you will die there if you don't position yourself just right. I find that if you move to the very bottom of the screen, you have the best chance of living. Here, just like to hang back a little bit, give myself some room. This part isn't so bad. And then after this part, you're going to get more of those green enemies coming up from the bottom. So I like to stay at the very top, towards the back, and just kill them as I go. And you get more of these fast ghosts. You got to watch out. Sometimes it's a good idea to use a bomb there, though I didn't on this playthrough. I made it look a lot easier than it really is. That stage can be difficult, especially without power-ups. It can be done, but man, it'll probably take you a few times. And then this stage, I've never really had a problem with this stage at all. So your bullets don't go through these spikes, and I mean they're spikes, so yeah, you don't fly through them. And then, yeah, I turned my options sideways to take out the enemies on the side. Just adjust them accordingly. You'll see some of those faces, and you can fly over them, fly through them. They look like they would kill you, but they don't. Here I go to the left side. Stick to the left edge. Let's see, the enemies will just fly to you, so you don't even have to move. And just hang in the middle here. Just destroying enemies as soon as they appear on screen. Turn the gun sideways there. You don't have to, though. You can actually just fly past those enemies, and you should be alright. So like these faces here, yeah, see, you can fly through them, not a big deal. At first that screwed with me, but you can fly through them. You got more of these white bugger guys, whatever the hell those are. Then you don't have any enemies for a while. You can just fly through here, just have to be careful. I've never died there, though. I've always made it past that part. Then this boss, he'll come down from the middle, then immediately move to the left. So I shoot him, and then I move to the right, turn my gun sideways. He almost got me there. That was close. But yeah, not too bad. You got to know exactly where that boss moves in order to defeat him quickly. Here's the final stage. This is it. So while Section 3 of the past stages were pretty quick, this one is not. So I like to stay to the bottom there. Take out those caterpillar things. Stick close to the floor. These are like the fire drips in the fire stage. Just, you know, time it, go through. Then I go to the top. I know there's a wave of enemies coming, so I kind of hang back a little bit. There's the wave, and then you just have to be careful to get through. Then I stick to the middle after this part, right here, and hang back to take those guys out. Grab the bomb. Alright, so this part, see the drop? I wait for the drop to go up, and then I go under, but you gotta make sure your head doesn't hit the top. So when that drop hits, and then it flies back up, and when it goes up, that's your cue to go. Stick to the floor here, close to the floor. Now, final boss. This boss is really easy. He can't shoot you if you're above him. So I just position my gun to shoot him. Now, even if you don't have the option, you can still stay above him, and when he turns his back, you can shoot him. It takes a lot longer to kill him that way, but you won't die. You'll live. See? There's an opening to shoot him. So if you don't have your option, that's when you want to shoot the guy. But you always want to stay above him so he cannot hit you. And I think I figured that out like the second time I fought him. So I think this guy's only killed me once ever. He takes a lot of shots, but you just have to be patient. Just stay above him, and you'll do fine. Curious as to how many bullets he takes. He sure does take a lot. Boom! He's dead. And there you go. No death runs. Silver Surfer. So, you see, it's really... I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the game is challenging. It can be difficult. The key is memorization, knowing exactly where the enemies are going to come from, positioning yourself at the right spot, destroying enemies as soon as they appear on screen, and then the traps, like flying through, like the drip part, figuring out the timing on that. And just, I don't know, sometimes you got to use bombs to get through certain spots, but that's what they're there for, to get you out of a jam. But yeah, like I said, if you just, I mean, I had only been playing this game for maybe 3 weeks before I was able to no death run it. And that's playing it just like once a day. And I didn't even play it every day, but I would play it like just once a day. And I was able to do it. Like, the thing is, I died a lot in this game. I died a lot, but you earn a lot of extra lives and everything. So you just keep repeating it. And next thing you know, you got it.